Hello, everybody. It's Jodie King here, and I want to talk about what to do with those paintings that you're just not loving anymore. So this has recently come up for me. I moved into my new studio and I unpacked lots of paintings that, frankly, I hadn't seen in about a year. They had all been packed up in boxes and in a storage unit. I had only had the things that I needed that I was going to use all the time. Anyway, and I've seen all of these old paintings that really, some of them I did 10 years ago, and I just am not happy with them anymore. Frankly, I look at them and having them around my studio, it was really frustrating for me. Honestly, energetically, it just felt like old shit, and I just needed them to not be a reminder of how bad I used to be. That's okay. We all start somewhere, right? Okay, but actually what I want to do is this is going to be to my benefit that I hung on to these, and I'm going to use them as bottom layers. So what did I do? The first thing I did was I covered that shit up. I took some white paint and I just painted right over them so that I could feel like I was starting new, that I didn't have to use the old stuff. Now, if I have painted something like in the last, I would say, couple months that I want to go back and rework and revisit, I won't necessarily paint over the whole damn thing. But in this case, these were terrible reminders. It was like a ghost from Christmas past. They were just a no. So here's what I did is I covered them in white paint and then I paint over them. I do like what my next thing is calling me. And right behind me is some of my new work that I posted online, but it's some of my new work. But I'm really not that happy with it yet. And so it is a new style that feels like it's needing to come about. It's a little subtler in some ways, not quite so screaming bold, and I really like it, but I also don't want to completely change my style. I mean, I don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater, which is, come to think of it, a horrible term. Who came up with that? That is awful. Anyway, I want to go back to something that I've done for years, and if you follow me for a while, you know, and that thing is using my favorite power tool. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this new piece that I started working on, and I'm going to sand back some of those layers and see what's there for me. Now, the thing about this is, well, two things. Number one, if you're doing it on canvas, you got to be really careful to not press too hard. May have learned that the hard way. You press too hard, you're going to go straight through that mother. Don't do that. But the second thing is that you don't have any control about what's going to happen. I mean, you really have no idea what's going to go down. That's kind of the fun of it. It's kind of what I like. So here's what you're going to need. If you decide to do this with your own work, you're going to need a great sander. I like this one. It kind of collects most of the dust in here. There's several of them that do that. And then I use 80 pound, it's not pound, grit. That's what it is, it's a grit. Sandpaper. Then, of course, I've already got one on here. It's really easy, look, they come off. It's super easy. Oh wait, hold on, let me get that back on there. All right, here we go. And then, of course, you wanna use a mask, right? Yeah, sometimes I forget, don't hate. I'm forgetful sometimes, but you definitely want to use a mask. All right, let's see what happens.